Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the PM segment. Welcome to the PM segment. For those of you who are new here, my name is Bray. I'll be your host this afternoon for this fine Wednesday afternoon session. For those of you that are returning viewers, our OGs, welcome. What's going on, gang? Auntie, Dr. Lecter, how's it going, guys? Yeah, when do you make the trip out to Canada? Lecter, when are you moving? Let's take that off. November. Okay, so you got a little bit of time yet. Good afternoon, Che. Good afternoon. Good morning, where you are at, I assume. Oh, let's see what we got going on here. We got lots to talk about from today. We got lots to talk about. Okay, that is for 20 points. 5, 12. Okay. Just in case. Just in case. What do you guys think of the new chart colors? Do we love them? Do we hate them? Are we not so sure about them? Personally, I love them. I don't know why. They just, I think the brown. I think I'm really on like a dark, like a cream and like brown genre right now, as you can tell from my attire. I swear I did not try to match it. It's just what I fucking wear all the time. So, yeah. Okay, so let's let's see what do we got going on here. So we got hourly high SMT. I want to see us run more lows, to be fair. So I'm kind of before I get into any analysis, I got to kind of sit and watch this here because this might print a setup here on the 1 minute in which we will be grabbing a short. So closure below this creates the breaker here. It's nested with 2 p.m. open. I want to see us continue. I don't like the low we put in, so okay, I got a minute until I can do some yapping before this 1 minute candle closes. So going through the morning session, we had this really nice 930 Judas above this high. Let me clear all these fucking SMTs up. Cleared this high out, created SMT with a ton of liquidity, as you can see here. London high, Asia high, daily high, tons and tons of liquidity. SMTs with YM and ES both. And then we created this breaker here on the 15-minute, confirmed it with the 930 closure. We retraced back up into it, and we haven't tagged this -2 standard deviations yet. So that's telling me that we maybe have some more room to go. NQ has just consistently been failing to take liquidity for the past, a few days here since the start of the week. We just got failure swings upon failure swings, right? You can see we got a ton of them everywhere. So that is giving me a little bit of pause. I'm going to change my drawing to, there we go, to that orange color. On that breaker, no confirmation yet. Okay. So don't have any sort of confirmation. If we had swept out AM session low on NQ, tagged that -2 standard deviation, and then created SMT with ES, maybe ES creating a failure swing, then I would be a little more inclined because ES took out that daily low, right? Therefore, it doesn't need to take out any more liquidity if we are to go higher, but instead it took more liquidity. And I'm aware it needed to prep its 15-minute breaker, right? But no 15-minute breaker has been created yet for upside. So for the moment, I'm thinking we just have to be patient, but I think we can get some more shorts down into all of these equal lows down here. I think that could be what we see. Thoughts? questions, comments, concerns? And then we'll talk about how I fucked it up royally today. I understand it's a valid, it's a common thing that happens with me especially, and I imagine it happens with you too. So once we start talking about it, maybe you guys will relate, maybe you won't. But either way, I got to talk about it because if not anything, I am a transparent person. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I'm perfect. Where's the 15-minute breaker? The bearish 15-minute breaker is below this low here, confirmation of it. So if I clear everything up for you, Auntie, clear that up, clear that up. This line here was the confirmation. These 3 down close candles are your breaker block. So there's the sweep, right? There's a sweep creating the SMT at 930. Closure below that low. You have your swing high, swing low, higher swing high, lower low break. Retrace into it. That's your breaker. Take those projections. We just missed -2. We can also see -4 is resting at all of these equal lows down here as well. So we got some potential here. Okay, I'm still watching for this 1 minute here. Good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon. Are we shorting to that 2.5? If we get the breaker confirmation, I'll probably be shorting it to here and then partial off and then go for the AM low, to be fair. But it's being kind of stubborn, is it not? What it might be doing is prep a 5-minute, which I actually like better because it's in alignment with the 1 hour time frame alignment. So we sweep a previous hourly high, we'd like to see a 5-minute breaker get prepped. But if it wants to create it here, that's fine as well. I'll probably take the 1 minute too. I don't want it to do the thing. I just spit all over my mic. I don't want it to do the thing where it bumps it, fails to create it, and then it just melts right through and doesn't give us an entry. It does that. It does that so much, especially when I'm streaming. I don't know why, but it does it lots. But yeah, so we've created a swing high here, and we've created now a potential swing low. If we can run out that high, create the 5-minute or prep the 5-minute breaker, then we can kind of get a little something like that. You know what I'm saying? And the projections of this might actually line up better with the AMLO. Just a thought. I'm talking about NQ failure swings, dude. I'm talking all about them. How that's all we've been getting on the high time frame, right? Look at all these failure swings here. What time frame do you trade? 15-minute. A lot. Probably my most often is my 15-minute. And the 1 minute as well, but mainly the 15. We're going to be looking to get short here. Okay, there's the confirmation. Set the line here. Now it's going to do the thing, right? Where I'm actually okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. We got the breaker confirmation, and it's not retracing to our entry, which is fine by me. We're going to be patient here. New algo does not seem to care about failure swings anymore. Oh, that's annoying. Hang on. That was my MacBook having TradingView open, so just bear with me. Quit. Bang. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah. Look at that. It's doing the exact thing that we didn't want it to do. uh, sorry. New algo does not seem to care about failure swings anymore. It does, but it just tells a story for later, right? Like the failure swing on Monday and on Tuesday was fine in my opinion. Um, well, Monday especially. Tuesday was actually Tuesday was fine too. But the reason why Monday failure swing was okay in my books is because it took liquidity on Friday. So if you go back to Friday, hide meeting controls. If you go back to Friday real quick, you could see NQ actually took lunch low, PM low, and created SMT with YMNES, right? So if you kind of zoom through, it took its counterpart in liquidity. Now pay attention to that low. It's already taken its liquidity. Therefore, the next day, it does not need to. Right there. But you could see that ES has taken its form of liquidity and so did YM. That's how that works. So it's normal. It's just when you get failure swing after failure swing after failure swing after failure swing, it's kind of annoying. And it kind of eventually they give, right? Because the market kind of goes through, I can just cancel that. The market kind of goes through cycles where they're switching strength and weakness, right? That switch in strength and weakness is kind of how you can time reversals too, right? So that's something to keep in mind as well. Yeah, doesn't look like I'm gonna get filled on this. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get the fill on that. Um, I know I'm late, but congratulations on getting engaged, brother. You're definitely gonna be an awesome dad. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Da, 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 da. Okay. Nothing to do. Nothing to do, but nothing at all. How'd you guys make out today? Wait, why you'll be family man? Congrats. I mean, yeah, I don't have a fucking kid on the way, but I think Mario was just I think Slayer was just preemptively stating the obvious. But but yeah, eventually that's the goal. Have some Rugrats. Keep life interesting. Start my own little mentorship program. uh, Holy fuck. Look at what you started, Slayer. Kev, I don't have a newborn. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. It's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, yeah, that's my son right there. Let's see. SMT on that 15-minute gap there. Maybe it's prepping a nasty five. Yeah. Maybe want to prep that five. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That candle, like the 220. Mm-hmm. First time watching, bro. What's your main model? Main model is breaker blocks is going to be the entry function, utilizing liquidity and SMT and standard deviation projections, mainly surrounding session-based liquidity. So think your Asia, London, New York AM, PM, lunch liquidity pools, using those ranges and the 15-minute time frame to kind of give more context. But liquidity, SMT, breakers, standard deviation. Very simple. Very, very simple. Nice equal highs, drawn liquidity at range high on ES. Talking about all these highs. Yeah. We got SMT at those highs too, though. It's a tough look until you get some confirmation. I would love to see longs later, if we could get down here and form something. But right now, the way the lows are set up, it doesn't speak to me, you know? Yeah. Prep this five. That's the idea that we like better. 3-minute bullish unicorn. Meh. On failure swing, on failure swing, on failure swing. I you guys can have it. If you want to be long, you can have it. I'm gonna sit back on it, but Yeah, there's that sweep. So kind of my tone switched a bit once we created that S&T inside of that gap, right? We prepped the 5. It makes more sense. If I could have got in maybe inside like earlier and then held on, would have been better, but it looks like we just missed a loss there, so that's good. Just through kind of sitting and being patient and leaving room for other ideas to take place. Does ICT work as well on gold as it does on the indices? I think so. I enjoy trading gold. It's just gold right now is a fucking dumpster fire, is it not? It's a daily. Yeah, like look at this. You guys remember when gold daily ranges were big? There's just everything's dried up in metals right now. Everything, all eyes are on indices, it seems, and in oil. Um, I think we've kind of rotated out from metals. I'd like to see us go take these lows on gold, but this is just ugly. But yeah, no, I like trading gold. Um, I really enjoy trading gold using ICT stuff, right? I mean, that's all I use for the most part. But um, whatchamacallit? I don't trade it in the same time or in the same session. I trade gold, believe it or not, during Asia session. Statistically, for stat reasons, um, why can't I think? So the reason why I trade gold during Asia session is because there's like a 40 to 50% chance that the higher low of the day prints during Asia session on gold. So I play kind of a daily expansion model on gold. I'll get in during Asia session, typically before midnight Eastern, and then I will hold it until about 10 a.m. Looks like a chance of beer clouds on that chart. Yeah, you're not fucking kidding. You're not kidding. Which 3 minute unicorn are you trading, Mohammed? Because I don't see one, pal. Unless you're talking like the one down here, I suppose, with the AM low SMT, which would make sense actually. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably what you're talking about, right? Yeah, that was the one. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see here. I want to check something. Continuing to rip. How about them Cowboys? How about them? You know what I didn't do? I didn't get the score in the Canes game last night. I was busy. Oh, Knights won 5-4. Who do you guys got? Who do you want to win the cup? Vegas or Carolina? Any trades? Oh yeah, we'll go over that here. We'll go over that just in 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. Vegas. Fair enough. There's so many Canadians on Vegas that like I should want them to win. Like there's guys that like grew up in the same province as me. And like I played hockey against some of the guys that are on Vegas. I think just one of them now. But um I just can't stand Vegas. No, we're talking NHL, not NFL. Vegas Golden Knights. Yeah, I just can't. I don't know why. I think the Canes deserve it. I think Canes are the better hockey team too. They've been good for a long time too. They've just had a rough go of playoffs. Yeah, I watch NFL. It's just not NFL season right now. What team? Packers. Packers are my team. The Green Bay Packers. Oh yeah. Let's break down. Let's talk about how I royally fucked up today. You guys want to do that? You guys want to see me be an idiot or why I was an idiot? Um, so I was in shorts today. Um, after 9:30. The whole premise was utilizing this 5 minute, 50-minute breaker to get back down to AM session low. So I went short actually inside that there candle. At 10:30, or actually, yeah, 10:30 with a stop at the high. And then I wanted to get in on a continuation once we formed this 5 minute breaker right here. Actually, let's just hold that. Once we close below this low, I wanted to get short off of that. On the 5 minute and also the 1 minute. So was short right here and then got short on an ad once we confirm this 1 minute breaker inside of here. Stop at this high. What I did was I micromanaged the living shit out of this trade, and I ended up just basically getting break even on it, which was not ideal. So, hang on. Sorry. Do I have any sort of reason not to get short off of this? Not really. We'll give it a stab. We got the 5 minute prepped. If we can go and form that 5 minute, we're laughing. So we're just gonna leave that. Yeah. Okay. Back to me being a dink. So was short inside here, was targeting these lows and the -2 standard deviations and then some. I was also going to use the projections of this 5 minute breaker. So I probably would have partialed off here and then held the rest. However, shorts just haven't been my strong suit lately. I mean, rightfully so. Shorts have been absolutely fucking horrendous as of late, and they haven't been printing. So today, I kind of dealt with that. And that's basically just me having like a contaminated bias of just long, 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 because that's what's been paying, right? So that bias kind of clouded my judgment, and it led to me trading emotionally and managing my trade based on feelings and not structure and my plan. So that doesn't happen to me all that often, but when it does, it is annoying as all get out, as I assume it is for you guys too. So I should have probably been up 3R today and the day would be looking a lot different. But yeah, so entered short here, basically got taken out break even. I stuffed my break even and then got taken out break even on this 11:30 candle, and then it went to print to my target. Didn't get my full TP, but I would have gotten majority off, and then I would have gotten taken out break even, or I would have closed out. But yeah, tough one today from me. And that is honestly going to happen sometimes. Like I can't always perform perfectly. It's a good lesson for me to maybe um, not be so contaminated with a bias on a specific direction, even though we are extremely bullish. Uh, but all I can do is just take that and move on to the next trade, right? So speaking of the next trade, we are currently in a short on the 1 minute here, looking for the 5 minute to create, which would be a closure below this low. On a 230 continuation short lower. That would be swell. We've got a 1 minute breaker up here. We just missed -2 of it. We could go all the way back up and tag this breaker. I just kind of entered on a proximity with normal risk, just because like I'm anticipating that the 5 minute prints and that we get way deeper. So it doesn't really matter if I have my entry anchored to the fibs, anchored to this breaker, because I want to see the 5 minute grade and get me multiple R anyway, right? So it'll be kind of something like this, right? Like I'll be up 2R by the time we go to create the 5 minute breaker. And then if we can get all the way to the lows, then it's going to be multiple R banger, right? So we'll see how it goes. I like the 230 reversal. 230 is a good time. Doing decent here. I want to see us invert. I want to see us inverse this gap here. Kind of use that as resistance for continuation lower. If we can invert this for value gap here, this orange box, meaning candle closure below this box, then that's going to give me kind of an anticipation that we can go and create this breaker. No dice on that closure. That's okay though. This would be ideal. Oh yeah, so you could see the executions there. So it was actually short closure, short break even. Because I fucking got scared. We failed to confirm this 5 minute. Show you. So there's the short there, there's the second. And then we failed to confirm the 5 minute breaker. And then we created a 1 minute. And I closed out initially. And then I thought to myself, okay, you're being kind of a pussy. So I just entered short, basically in the same area. And then I got taken out break even. So just over micromanagement. Terrible, terrible micromanagement there. But now we got this one playing here. So we hit these -2 standard deviations of this breaker on the 1 minute. I want to see us fucking melt through this, to be fair. I don't want to see no messing around. I don't want no messing around. Like this idea for maybe low a day? Dude, that would be sick. What do we have for news this week? First week. Oh, it's NFP week, not? Yeah, it's NFP week. So tomorrow we have unemployment claims, and then Friday we have NFP. We could fucking range about and leave a bunch of these lows for NFP. Um, could definitely do that. Okay, this line, actually, I'm gonna just draw the box. Um, okay, we've had that SMT for a minute, so I'm not exactly concerned. Low 8.5, 30.5. I don't see a single 1 minute breaker here either. So like there's nothing even to really be concerned about. We're just gonna rock with it, to be honest. Just gonna rock with it. What's up, Mario? So we've got these unfilled gaps here that we can go up and tag yet. Stop is going to be at the PM high though. Current PM high. Getting through to this low is going to prove to be tricky. But we ride. Okie dokie. Shit on there. I'm gonna just be rotting in this one, I think. A nice 15-minute swing formed here. We could see continuation form at 245. And then if we can close the hourly bearish, that would be nice. So trading into this 15 or 5-minute gap here, kind of getting back up into those 1-minute gaps that we talked about. Would like to see us kind of react out of this area here. Not having any sort of breaker block here on the 1-minute for continuation is kind of nice. Gives me a little bit more confidence that we aren't going to move off of this, but we do have this one here, right? So there's always a possibility. There's no such thing as a 100% win rate. No such thing. I don't know the last time. I guess this kind of speaks to that whole contaminated bias thing. I don't know the last time I took a short and it won. I mean, I haven't taken shorts in general for weeks. Um, the odd one here and there, but like they just aren't paying. So this would be a quite the streak, I think, if this short is a loser. And I think that, and the thing is that only like reaffirms the bias that like, okay, just fucking buy, just take longs, you know. Okay, we're back up in that one. We take that 1-minute gap. There's the 1-minute breaker that we haven't mitigated yet, but we did tag the -2 of it, right? As we mentioned. Would like to see us just piss missile lower, to be fair. Cowboys is going to win the Super Bowl. We have Caleb Downs, the young goat. We'll see. We will see. I think there's a lot of good teams out there. I think the Rams are going to be a major contender now that they have Myles Garrett. Seattle's good, obviously. Lots of good teams out there. But yeah, the Rams are going to be solid. Like they have solid backs, solid QB, solid receivers, even better defense now. I don't know a ton about football, but except the Cardinals. Yeah, the Cardinals are fucking dookie. Cardinals are dookie, dude. They got to figure it out. Kind of came up and tagged my entry. Yeah, we're sitting okay. Would like to see this 5-minute close bearish, or not bearish, but like close respecting this fair value gap. Like this. If we can close something like this, I'd be happy. I mean, 3 seconds left. Why wouldn't it close like that? But yeah, that's a good closure on the 5-minute. Now we've rebalanced. Now we should be able to continue lower. So it is a breaker on the micro, but it's not on the mini. So we follow the mini. Just so you know, we follow what the mini is saying. There's no breaker on the or in this specific piece of PA here. There's no bullish breaker. Do you and Juno define breakers differently? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think if anything, I'm just more strict with how I define breakers. I need defined swing points. So like if a bullish breaker is a swing low, a swing high, a lower low, and a higher high, I absolutely need the low and the high to be swing points. So we need a swing low here. We need a swing high here, right? So here's your up close candle. That could be a breaker candidate. You have a swing low, but you don't have a swing high. You would need this candle. Oops. You would need this candle to kind of look like that, right? Same with this. You have a swing high here, but you don't have a swing low. These are equal lows. So there's no breaker candidate there. I've been saying this for a long time, and I stand by it. I think 75 to 80%, that's a very subjective number. I mean, it's just kind of a guess. I think majority of ICT traders don't know how to identify breakers properly. I think they do, but not 100%. I don't think they 100% know what a breaker is because they don't use defined swing points. Like that was the number one game changer for me was swing points. And that's not a knock on anybody or bashing anyone in particular. It's just what I see, you know? That's just what I've been seeing for years. Okay, where's that 2 p.m. open? Right here. That's our line in the sand right there for how I want this hourly candle to close. I use breakers all the time and I still get confused sometimes. Yeah, it happens. I do too. It happens, right? Sometimes you got fuzzies in your eyes or whatever, or you just can't identify it. Sometimes they're unclear. But if you just follow that structure of like bullish breaker, swing low, swing high, lower low, higher high, closure above that swing high, and then vice versa for bearish, right? Swing high, swing low, higher high, lower low, closing below the swing low. These must be swing points. The swing high and the swing low, and the swing high and the swing low. They have to be swing points. Otherwise, they're not valid breakers. Capiche? And I'm messing around here. YM is doing what we want and Q to do. ES is, yeah, struggling as well. We'll see. I'm not gonna read too much into the 1 minute chart, to be fair. We've got a 15-minute C2. We want to see a 15-minute C3 continuation lower. At the very least, we want to see this 1 hour fail to close above the 1 o'clock high. So that would be closing below. Oops. Closing below this high at 647. And preferably below the 2 p.m. open as well. Problem is when we have a long wick in the middle between swing points. Yeah, I mean just focus on the swing points. If that specific wick has nothing to do with any sort of manipulation, then I would just kind of keep waiting for that manipulation in those candles to print. But I know what you mean. It can sometimes get a little bit funky with that. What's up, Nate? If you guys don't mind also, I would really appreciate it if you guys could give the stream a like and subscribe if you're not already. We stream every week, every day of the week, Monday to Friday, London session, AM session, PM session. So if you guys could drop a like on the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. Keep on doing your thing, NASDAQ. Keep on doing your thing. Let me see. Let me just have a position tool up. $682.5. I mean, this might be all we go for today, just based off of time. Get below this low, get 2R and fuck off for the day. Not opposed. We'll see. 2 minutes until the hourly close. I guess I have to change my colors here, don't I? It's a little bit dark. I'm just going to rock with gray. Don't mind me. I'm just killing time here. Okay. What did I do? I did that one. 10%. This one was like that. Beauty. Can you mark the 15-minute bearish breaker between 3 a.m. and 7:30 a.m.? There's only one valid one, and it's this one. It's this 8:45 one. Reason being, this initially was your 15-minute. Well, I guess there's this one here, okay? There's this one here, but let me tell you why it continued to fail, right? It already met its projections. 9:30 came around. We swept it out. You know what I mean? So you had this one, swing high, swing low, higher high. But this one is your one of reference here. So the 8:45. This 6 a.m. one, or is it this 6 a.m. low, meaning the 5:45 is your breaker candle? That's your breaker as well, but we never confirmed it. We went up and swept and created a new breaker at 9:30. Make sense? Okay, I don't need any of that. Let's see. Okay, how did the hourly close? The hourly closed above its high, above the previous hourly high. The 30-minute closed was a swing. The 5-minute failed to inverse. We failed to close below. Now we're dripping below there. Yeah, I think we're just going to sit and wait. I have no reason to believe that we can't continue. Obviously, it's not in our favor considering the fact that the hourly candle closed above its previous hourly high. We haven't created the 5-minute breaker yet. We kept on failing to inverse the fair value gap and the 2 p.m. opening price 1, 2, 3, 4 times. But this is also a 4-hour candle, right? So that 2 p.m. opening price can hold weight for longer than just the hour. I'd like to see us just fucking melt. And then what I might do is set partials. It's late in the day, so I'm probably just going to set half off at this low, and then hold the rest, see if we can catch a runner. I think that would be fair. Once we get to this low, I'm going to go break even, though. If we get to this low, I'm going to go break even. Right now, I'm not going to mess around too much with it. But I want to see this low get taken. ES is running it. Not really a fair value gap on any of the on the 1 hour on any of the assets. Would be swell if it just kept on moving. Don't want to see any sort of reversal off of this. ES swept out that low. Please not another NQ failure swing. Please no. I've got so many lines on my goddamn chart. Bear with me. Don't you dare. Yeah, that's what happened, Mario. That's what happened. It met projections. They're really gonna make me close out. Closure above this high, hourly low SMT, in line with the previous hourly candle, closing as a, not an expansion, but it closed above the previous hourly high. I might be fucking closing my trade early. We've got some conflicting criteria. I don't want to see this 1 minute breaker get created because then we're going to have to make a tough decision. This late in the day, I'm not looking to give anything back. If I get conflicting criteria, I have to take it at face value because I'm basically trading an hourly high SMT with a 1 minute breaker against an hourly low SMT with a 1 minute breaker. And as we can see, that's just been what's been paying for the PM session. So we're going to do a little split screen here. Hover over that. I don't think you did anything wrong by not closing your whole position, Mario. I think that's just an attachment to the potential outcome. But I see what you mean. You could have, but you didn't. And like, if you had a larger target in mind, then you got to ride with that, right? Because what if you had closed? What if you had closed your full position there and then it ripped to your larger target? Would you be sitting here saying I should have held? Right? A lot of what can stir up, a lot of problems in trading can get stirred up by the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. So if you can just accept the decision you made and stand by it and just move on to the next trade, then you'll kind of free yourself from that potential detriment. This also sucks, by the way. This was looking clean. So we might be rocking a break-even trade here. Unless 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That close? No. Oh my God, it's doing the thing. Failing to close above it. Just melt here. That would be swell. Because I can't close out unless we confirm this breaker. But like, since it parked itself right up against the high, that makes me feel like it's going to just expand and not even give me a chance to get out at break even. Like it could just expand right through, right? And then I'll have to take some red. But that's just a feeling, right? So we have to just trade objectively based off of rules. Because this could also, with this failure, this could also just be the 5 minute going up, sweeping a high, and then reverse from there, right? So we got to just be patient. Who cares about the outcome? Trade your plan. See? Gotta just kind of let the market show you. I'd love to see us just dump right through here with this failure to confirm this breaker. If you guys have probably noticed already, like the trades that I take are way different from what Alex or Leo take theirs. They are in and out quick. Even Kane is in and out quick. My trades are usually long and gruesome like this, but that's because of my own doing. I usually try to hold and try to have um, bigger targets because my stops are a little bigger. So you get all different styles, all different types of trading. Like if Juno was in this, he might have he would have had his 2R already, right? He would have probably went short on the open of this candle, stop loss at the breaker high. He would have gotten 2R, like he would have gotten 2R well before, right? But I'm the sucker that's sitting in the trade still because I have some bigger targets, right? And that's just because like I try to stay away from scalping. I like to kind of play in the market. I like to let my positions kind of unfold a little more, but there's nothing wrong with either way, right? I don't do well scalping. I just don't. And that's just me personally, right? Reprice lower before Avgo earnings would be nice. We got Avgo earnings today. What's up, Fernando? How you doing, big dog? Okay, see? Look at that. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Just keep her going. Don't be shy. I'm going to break even. It's 12 after 3. If it wants to rip all the way back up to this high, they can fucking have it before taking my, my limit. What's my favorite time frame alignment? Oh, geez. Probably the 4 hour and the 15 minute. I love me a 15 minute breaker. But I do like also 15 minute, 1 minute. Or the hourly and the 5. Hourly and the 1 works too. So yeah, we're break even here. We're very near my partial. My entry is basically at the high of the breaker that would otherwise invalidate this trade. So, and if we get to this, I'm going to be break even anyway. It's late in the day. This is a rule based kind of break even. I have no reason to hold my break even or my stop loss up at this high still. Because if it wants to go all the way back up, right, for the day, at this time of day, like we're likely just going to be chopping for the rest of the day. So I don't want to be involved in that, right? I like the idea better of us just continuing lower, right? 5 minute bearish breaker. Ye don't have one confirmed yet. But oh, you see that inversion that we have? So we inversed the 5 minute finally at the 3 o'clock, and then we went up, retested it at 3:05, and respected it. We just have some very stubborn PA on NQ. NQ is struggling to take any sort of lows. I just wish we had a 15 minute bearish OB. Yeah, we don't get one until we close below the 215. If they wanna fuck me around and just and go back up and take my BE, I mean that's fine. I'm not gonna play the market's game. I'm gonna play my game. I'm not gonna sit through seek and destroy on the fucking 1 minute. I don't need it that bad. I don't need it that bad. Before you log out today, do you mind if I share you my trade I had for New York AM? Yeah. However you want to share it. Um, just give me kind of the breakdown of it. Maybe type it out, and then I can go through it. We can do that. I'm here till 4, so take a picture here. That's a shitty picture. Everybody smile. Did you smile? Oh, NASDAQ. Oh, NASDAQ. Okay. NQ 4-hour C2 confirmed. 1:60 a.m. candle closed. So I trade the 4-hour C3 with the 50-minute C2 confirmed at the premium of the 50-minute bearish for value gap with the C3 on 1 minute. Hopefully I explain myself clearly so you can visualize it. Okay, so okay, well, this is probably gonna fucking take me out break even. So I'm just gonna go. Yeah, there it is. Wow. NQ is a cocksucker. Okay. Back to let's go over your trade. Because mine is NQ's being rather finicky. Okay. Okay, 4-hour C2. Good. Trade the retracement, looking for an expansion lower. 130 SMR was the last good play. Not really. If you want to trade the failure swings, be my guest, but I think the last good play was probably not since 1030. But if you want to trade counter trend back into the range, I guess, but I don't know. Anyway, anywho. um so what time was your trade at, Fernando? What time did you enter? That will help me visualize it a lot. 10:30 a.m. 50-minute candle was my C2 confirmation. Then I traded 1 minute C3 expansion. Okay, so the 15-minute 10:30, and then you traded the 1 minute here. What did you do? What was your entry confirmation? Was it the breaker? I mean, I don't see a problem with this. So I guess it already gave. So if you entered the 1 minute C3, then you had multiple entry opportunities, right? So you tag the 50-minute breaker. I mean, you had multiple breakers. You could have used this smaller one too. Yeah. So was it a winner or did you do something wrong? Did you do something wrong or did you just want me to kind of look at it? Because like what was the outcome? Oh, good. Yeah, good trade. That's solid, man. That's the trade that I fumbled, to be fair. Yeah, no, that's a great trade, Fernando. That's a great trade. Uh, what's up, Chronic? Yeah, we have a code. It's just code lab. How's my AM? Break even, just like the PM. Fuck. Look at this. I want it to partial here at 2R. And then we just kept forming failure swings. I'm not dealing with it though. Like this is the these are the failure swings that are raising Alex's cortisol levels by 500%. This is what we're dealing with. Fucking AI just refuses to take lows. Failure swing, failure swing, failure swing. Well, BE is always better than loss. To be fair, I don't care about whether it's a BE or loss. I'm just trying to follow rules here. I'm getting swiped out. Um, yeah. Now it's going to go print to the TP or the partial. I'll stand by what I did. Like, fuck, man. It's just how many times are you going to go back to a specific area late in the day? It's going to punish me. Punish me mentally for going break even. 59.5. What's the high of this candle? The high of this candle is 60. Just couldn't hold on to it. So dealt with back and forth PA again and again and again. We held through this. Sorry, on the 1 minute. I guess on the 1 minute, this was a failure on the mini. They failed to create this breaker on the mini. So I held, worked out, went to break even. We were like 7 points away from my partial. Went back and took no break even. Just I don't have the mental capital in me today to hang on to these in this PA. It's just that's just me, I guess. Something I need to work on. Cause damn, like I'm got the right idea, but it's definitely annoying. Yeah, BE just isn't an option, it seems. Not for shorts. Yeah. The AMO is definitely a wuss. Big time wuss. The PM, this trade, um, I mean shit. I don't know. Maybe later I'll kind of admit that I was wrong, but how many times, like I said, how many times do we have to go back and forth between a level? Watch it do it again. It's nasty. That is nasty, nasty PA. Yeah, it is what it is. What's the what is the verdict on today's P&L? I'm up a whopping $43 today. Yeah. This one's gonna bug me, I think. I didn't have it, so I'll break it down. Just I'll let my thoughts kind of speak for themselves, and I'll kind of speak out, I'll think out loud here. So failure to create this 1 minute breaker, we revert all the way back up to my entry. Failed to confirm this 1 minute breaker with the hourly low SMT, revert lower. This was tough to sit through. I definitely felt myself like having troubles, and like my mental capital was just dwindling from the shit show in the AM session and missing out on that. And now having to hold through this, my mental capital was just at like such a low, such a low point and just drained. So then we move away from it. I feel confident and comfortable in going to break even because, hey, if we revert away from this already, I don't want to see us get back up here. And it goes and it just tickles that high, tickles my stop by literally half a point above, and then reverts lower again. I just didn't have it in me. Like if we got all the way back up here and I was holding through this, oh my gosh. I mean, it is what it is. It's all mental, but I just didn't have it in me today. And that's just how it's going to be for today, right? There's no two ways about it. We all have days like this, right? I still think it can deliver lower for sure. I mean, there's nothing telling me that it's going to go higher. I just got kicked out. Yeah, the 15-minute ES is nice. You have a 15-minute breaker. Actually, it didn't confirm, but you have the 15-minute change in state. Yeah, ES looks really nice. But NQ had the breaker. Or wait, let me see this. Let me go back. Start new. I just hourly high some too. I guess ES had the breaker. Yeah, ES had the breaker too. Yeah. ES is just taking lows. Maybe I should have. I don't ever play ES though. Making me wish that I did today. Sheesh. NQ refusing to take any sort of high time frame low is like a stubborn kid trying to be forced to eat fucking vegetables. Trade YM. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than trade YM, Da Vinci. You know that about me. I would rather shit in my hands and clap than trade the US 30. Oh man. Can't wait to do it all again tomorrow. Tough go today. Tough go. Yeah, look at that. Hey. Another failure to confirm change in state of delivery. Now created a 1 minute breaker with the hourly low SMT. Watch it just absolutely fucking pop to the highs. If you haven't already picked up on it, I am done for the day. But we're going to chill till 4, regardless. Yeah, I don't know what it is. NQ just refuses to take liquidity. Makes it tough. Makes it tough to trade. Tough to long it. Tough to short it because we're just not getting any sweeps. We're just creating liquidity. Just generating it at the lows. Total account killer. Yeah. Hmm. You're hearing me say a lot. Sorry about that. Now we're just going to be fighting in between two breakers. I want no part of that. Can we put a timer up, producers? I'm going to go use the washroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Had to grab a quick snack too because I'm starving. Okay, so kept forming kind of drives lower, taking out liquidity after liquidity after liquidity just on the low time frame, failing to take the previous hourly low. Then we create a 1 minute breaker, and we get a rip to the high. Um, yeah, no reason for me to long that. I don't have any sort of high time frame context to suggest that I want to be long off of this fucking rat's nest. So, I mean, pretty easy to see it, right? That's kind of the reason why we wanted to get out initially is off of a confirmation of a breaker. But I'm not getting long off of that. You can, there's no world in which I do that. Don't have any sort of 50-minute confirmation off of this. We're trading directly into a 4 hour bearish breaker. Yeah, you can have a short bias for sure. I mean, thing is, the only thing that is holding me slightly, you know, bullish currently, like without taking these lows, like the way the lows are, the only thing that's keeping me bullish with the way that the lows are presented is the fact that we tagged into this AM low breaker from yesterday and we haven't met projections of it yet. So we could just be using this breaker right here with these projections. And then we have daily low SMT with YMNDS. So it's messy, very messy. No matter how you slice it. See you later, Auntie. Have a good one. We're gonna stick it out till 4. So, do you guys have any questions from today? Is there anything you guys want to discuss? I mean, I've kind of mostly spent. We had a good session, I would say. All things considered, we went over a good learning opportunity for my trade earlier today and kind of how I messed it up. So, a good learning moment there. I was able to kind of learn with you all, and then we kind of talked through management here, and we got to see what it looks like trading otherwise shitty PA. Well, I won't say shitty. There's no such thing as shitty PA. It's just stubborn. Do you want to share how things look so far for tomorrow on metals? To be honest, not really, but I can take a look at gold. I don't touch metals at all right now. So my analysis on gold is going to be absolutely useless. Like I think it's just gonna continue lower. I'm not trading it, so I don't want to spend much time um analyzing it. Like this is just gross. No, I trade gold, just I don't trade it right now. I'll trade metals gladly when it's clean, but right now NQ has been clean aside from today. NQ has been providing, and like I don't need to trade multiple assets in order to make money, right? I can just trade one. Like you guys remember when NQ was really ugly? Like I'm talking back in October, like throughout this period. You guys remember that? Take this period, so what October to March. October to March on gold. Was it beginning of October? Yeah, October, we'll say first week of October. October to March. This was NQ. A rangy mess. This was gold. Nice upward trend. Very fun to trade. So when one is shitty, the other one's typically good. That's how indices in gold typically work, right? Risk on versus risk off. I wouldn't say gold is completely a risk off asset, but it's definitely kind of a safe haven. So when things are a little bit dicey, then you'll typically see that rotation. So, and now March to current. March to current. Are you seeing the rotation? You can almost pick it to the exact day, right? We formed a low. We started to get some good PA on NQ when we started to manipulate lower here. So like I guess March 23rd, March 18th. When did it start drying up on gold? March 23rd. Yeah. So you can kind of see the difference, right? We should probably clip this. This might be a good little short. What do you guys think, producers? Or did my screen not really line up well? I think that's a great example of why you don't need to be trading into or metals right now. The fact that the projections almost reached 32K rounded is insane. Dude, you're telling me. Yeah, 32K. -4 standard deviations of that bullish breaker on the daily. That shit is crazy. I'd love to see the rest of the week clean up a little bit, but we don't know. Uh, if it drops now, yeah, it has to be the most nonsense New York PM of the year. Yeah, you're not kidding. Tradeify support team goated, I swear. Yeah, they're pretty solid. Tradeify across the board is pretty solid. Pretty solid. What do you guys have planned for the rest of the day? Anything fun? Going out to do anything? I'm gonna plan out my day here actually for the rest of my day. June 3rd already. Wow. I accidentally bought a 25K without a discount code and they exchanged it for a 50K for me. Wow. W's Tradeify. W Tradeify. I usually don't applaud a firm, but that's incredible. That's incredible, actually. Yeah, Code Lab, of course. Yeah. Okay. I'm in Namibia, so I'll have to bed after this. Yeah, I guess so. Hey, be super late where you're at. I need to. It's only 2 p.m. here. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, so now I want to create another hourly high. We have a 50-minute breaker prepped. I'm gonna go out on a fucking limb and say that these projections take you down to lows. Not quite. Nothing to do here. 7 minutes till the close, so. So yeah. Quick recap of today's stream. Although although boring, I think we learned a lot. Well, I did at least. Um, Mental capital is an important thing to protect. If you don't have it, if you don't protect it, you can put yourself in a very vulnerable situation where you just make bad, dumbass decisions. So protect that at all costs. I definitely got a reminder to myself to trade based off of plan, not based off of feeling. I think I traded based off of feelings today due to the fact that it was a short trade and I have not been taking shorts. I've had a contaminated bias of longs lately just because that's what I've been playing and that's what's been working. So it kind of led me to be a little bit more emotionally driven to make decisions. So it's all good. You're going to make mistakes. That's another thing that I really, really want to hammer home here, especially for all of you guys, is you're going to make mistakes. There's going to be times where you do something that is not dictated by your plan and it's dictated by emotions. That's okay. It's going to happen. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it once it's done, except just get back on your horse and get back to following the plan, right? It's when things start to snowball that you can then run into trouble and you can start making silly mistakes, right? It's like a vicious cycle, right? Where you go up, you take your trade, right? And then you make your mistake. And instead of sitting back and evaluating, you kind of just skip back into taking another trade and you skip that evaluation process, right? Instead of going back to square one, where you're identifying context, you're stocking your trade, you're marking out your levels, you're doing all of your necessary work laid out by your model, right? It's when you make that mistake and you get your outcome, instead of going to this crucial process of reviewing and resetting, you just skip, right? So one mistake is okay. One mistake is completely normal in trading. You're going to make mistakes. It's not letting them snowball into more and more and more mistakes. That's how you blow your account. That's how you go on tilt, right? Let's clip that, by the way. Let's get timestamps for that, producers, please. And then I'll send that in. So it's very important to not let mistakes carry it over into more of a snowball effect, right? Let me just make a note. Gonna call it a day here, man. Just stop by to say hi. Better trading days are coming. Yes, sir, Fernando. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, Australia, US time is insane, dude. Like the new chart colors. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I'm kind of fucking with them too. I'm kind of fucking with them. Okay. So let me what was the context of that basically? Not letting mistakes snowball. I don't know if that's something that is a good short or a good piece of content, but that's the kind of shit that I like. That's the shit that I like. All right, folks. That is going to be it from me today. Okay. Um, I will be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Uh, Thursday and Friday. So tomorrow and Friday, I'll be back. Let's continue the week strong. Up about 3R this week currently. So let's continue that momentum. Let's not let today, and I'm speaking to myself, let's not let today put a damper on the week, okay? It's just one day, it's behind us. Put it behind us and leave it there and take any sort of lesson that we learned forward into tomorrow's trading, right? That's the key here is to heed the lesson, okay? So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, please like the stream. I'd really appreciate it. Lets me know that I'm doing a half decent job. And give a like for the producers as well. They did a great job today with being on the ball with everything, with timestamps, with transitions and everything. You know, let's give them a quick like as well. Okay. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early. I'll be streaming 8 a.m. Eastern with who am I going to be with? We'll figure it out tomorrow. Alex, Leo, or Kane, one of the three, or all of them. Who knows? All right. Okay. You guys have a good rest of your night. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Okay. Peace out.